So I'm leaving. I need to go back to Virginia for a little while. Recently, I've just been feeling really stuck here, mainly in the city, but even in Washington as a whole. And I just need to go see what home feels like again and just double check some of these feelings. Last week, all I could think about was just packing up and leaving and just driving the 3,000 miles back home. And I kept thinking that that was kind of a crazy idea and that maybe I shouldn't do it. And well, I haven't been able to get it out of my head, and so I'm leaving tonight. And I'll take you guys along with me. But I have a lot of packing that I need to do and some other things that I need to finish up. Especially given my impulsive nature of things, there are a lot of work-related things I need to get done. And some of it I have gotten done though. Like yesterday I finished making the calendula rose oil, or at least started the oil process as the herbs had finally dried. Also, apologies for my voice. I know a lot of you don't like it when it's crackly, but it is early in the morning and I can't really help it. I don't have a lot of time because I want to get this video done for you all today. You'll see this. I'll still be on the road when this goes up, probably. But anywho, I just wanted it done so you all would get a video and not have to wait a whole nother week. And I also think I need to get some of my ideas out of my head, and I was gonna say onto paper, but into video. I think one of the things I'm realizing with this is that it's a really good way for me to journal my thoughts, and I haven't really utilized that in the past, but going back I can see how this progression of feeling has gone, and I just want to document that for myself more than anything. I talked about it a little bit last week, and I've talked about it here and there, but I've been really struggling to stay connected in a way that is beneficial to me, to the energy of this area. And it kind of is breaking my heart a little bit because I really do love it here. I like the people here, and I'm not somebody who really likes people that much. And I think that it is so beyond beautiful. I mean, it is my Skyrim dreams out here, but everything is always so awake. And the people are always moving, and the energy of the earth just never settles, even in the winter. There's no hard reset with the seasons, and that's been really hard for me to adapt to. I've always lived my life very deeply connected to the earth and the seasons, and I've had this natural cycle of life with it. But not having that out here in a way that I recognize has just been really tiring and hard. I feel like a year hasn't passed because it hasn't in the way that I understand it. I know the time has gone, but the way that the energy fluctuates just hasn't tipped me off to it. And so it just feels like it's been a very long month in a way. Besides, I was talking to my mom the other day, and this is probably one of the weirdest reasons to be missing home, but when she was out here, you know, she was here for a couple of weeks, and then she got home and she was talking about how nice it was to not just be on highways and to be on back roads and be on mostly back roads and country roads and winding roads and the things that are probably more dangerous but beautiful, and just, you know, they flow with the earth and they're quiet. And oh my goodness, do I miss that? Although I am a little bit sad because today is a perfect Washington day in my opinion. It is cloudy and rainy a little bit and cold, and I'm gonna go back into the heat of the summer. It'll start tipping into fall soon, but just barely. It's mostly hot summer in Virginia, which was a big part of why I left, but right now I am about this close to ending my lease early and just sucking up the financial beat down that's going to be. That's not the word that I want, but I can't think of the proper word for it at the moment. And before I do that, I need to go and just make sure that that's what I want to do and not just impulsively do it, because it is a significant amount of money to dish out for nothing. But I think that it's important to follow your gut and do what makes you happy and not remain stuck in a situation that makes you unhappy. And so I need to see if this is the answer, and figured I'd take you all along with me. But first, like I said, I have a lot of things that I need to finish up today, and starting off, I think, with the jam. I need to make my blackberry jam from the blackberries I picked the other day with Hazel. Though we have been snacking on quite a few of them, so it may not be the most filled jam, but it'll work, and I'll keep it in the fridge till I'm back. So let's get started, shall we? Well, I do believe that I may have snacked on a few too many of these berries, but oh well, this'll do. I always seem to have that issue with blackberries, so I'm not very surprised. I always feel like I've picked enough and then I snack on too many, but also they just cook down significantly. And I always forget that every time I make jam, so I have to keep that in mind for next time. My goodness. Okay, my arm's actually getting tired. I was going to take you on a trek around my apartment to see all of the things I need to pack, but there are so many things and it's kind of a mess. So I'm not going to show you all of the mess, but I will show you some of the things. Unfortunately, because of my job, and fortunately, because that's the reason I get to do these things, but unfortunately, I have to pack a lot of things in order to continue to be able to do my job the way that, to the standard that I've held myself to. So I am packing a library of books, an excessive amount of cookware, and doodads, right? And we have to pack all of your things, darling, too. I have notebooks galore and just so much camera equipment. Not to mention, we'll be camping along the way. Are you excited to go camping, my dear? And so I have to pack all of that stuff too. And I'm gonna sit in a chair because I haven't set up this camera properly. Oh, and I forgot to mention, I made this little shaker jar for the travels, for safe travels. And I will be sharing that on my other channel in a few days after this video goes up. Yeah, that's the plan. I have not been able to finish it yet. I don't have time to edit it up today, so I will get to Virginia and then immediately sit down and start editing, so that'll be exciting. I also think I still need to film a recap for it, so I'll either get to that today or when I'm there. Perhaps even there will be better, so we'll see, but that will depend on a few things. So anywho, let's get to some more packing. Oh, and you know, the other thing that I have to do is water all of my plants excessively. My girlfriend's coming back. She's driving across with me, and then she's flying back here for work, so she'll be able to take care of the plants. But they'll be gone without me for a week. So actually, while that's on my mind, let's go about and give them a little watering, shall we? I figured I could take a minute to talk about this a little more and kind of why I made it and some processes behind it, just because why not, and show you some of the B-roll because I have a little bit of time to do that at the moment. And actually I think I'm going to put you up on a tripod. Alrighty, cool. I feel like this is turning into a disaster vlog. I am not very good at making them in this short of term, and I'm not very good at making them, period. I'm still learning a lot. So we're getting there. Plus I don't really like just filming in my apartment, but that is the option of today. Soon will be different and I am so excited. But anywho, the jar. I wanted to make this safe travels, travel protection, shaker jar, and one of my thoughts behind it, I first sat down thinking about it and was originally going to do a bag that I could hang from the mirror, the rear view mirror, and then I decided that that would just become really obnoxious quickly, and I don't particularly love swinging things in my view, but I wanted something that would move with the car still and kind of release energy as it was shuffled about. And so a shaker jar it is, and I'm really happy with it. I also did 7 ingredients in this one instead of my typical 3, which is unusual for me, but I think 7 is what was needed here. Also, when I sat down to write it, there were so many ingredients calling out to me, and that's when you know, and I feel pretty good about it. It was a fun process to make this. I filmed it yesterday or the day before. All of my days are blurring together now. I've been really enjoying this new format of filming on the other channel, and I think it's making me a little bit better at filming these over here, though I'm not perfect at it, and I still have a lot of work I need to do. I prefer making videos here that are a little more cinematic in quality, and this video doesn't really have any of that, and it's hard for me to feel confident in what I'm creating right now, but I'm just gonna let it go, let it be, and go with the flow, because I need to work on filming my life as it's happening and being okay with that, because it's documenting that. It's not just trying to capture all the perfect, beautiful moments. Sometimes we are just packing frantically in my apartment, and that's the reality of life. But anywho, I also kind of wanted to sit down and talk a little bit more about my plans and how I'm feeling. If it's possible, I intend on spending a bit of my time up at the cabin this winter again, and so I will be coming back to Washington. I'm not leaving here for good. I'm probably only going to spend a couple of weeks in Virginia just to reground and center myself and feel that space again. and I really do love it out here. I kind of sat down and edited some of that footage that I filmed earlier, and I just was being very negative, and I don't want to be negative. It is really wonderful out here, and being here has allowed me to find myself and be myself and accept who I am in a way that I wasn't able to where I'm from. There are a lot of issues with where I'm from and a lot of things that I don't love, but most of that revolves around the people, and the things that are most important to me in life are not necessarily people. It's energy and nature and space like that, and that's where I find most of my fulfillment in life. I think that it was really necessary for me to move here, to be free of judgments and worry and just be allowed to be myself in a way that I never had been able to, and accept things that I needed to accept. This was just such a necessary step in my life for that, especially moving to the city. This has allowed me to grow in ways I never would have otherwise, and I've gained so many new and beautiful perspectives. But it's not where I want to live forever, and I'm still working on figuring out if Washington is where I want to be forever. Like I said, it is so awake and constantly buzzing, and I think that's something I could adjust to, but I don't know if it's what I need, and I need to figure that out. The other thing that I am kind of trying to figure out with this place is it is very, very expensive living here. The cost of living is really high, and it's something I'm not used to. I came from an area where the cost of living is very, very low, and while I can do it, it hurts my soul to go to the grocery store or to buy gas or to do any of the things that I really need to do. And I am not an exceptionally frugal person, but I like to be careful with my money, and a lot of times here I just feel like I'm burning cash. I can't afford living situations here that are exactly what I would like. I want to live on a piece of land and rurally, and things like that here are very, very expensive, and not to mention the fires. The places where I can afford are areas that are very threatened by fire. So life here is amazing and wonderful and beautiful, and I've grown so much, but I'm just not sure if it's exactly what I need. But anywho, I have a lot more packing to do. I think I'm probably going to do it off camera. I need to pack up my computer and finish editing this and doing all of those things. This vlog is not exactly what I dream of my vlogs being, but I think that's okay. I need to start accepting that not everything is gonna be perfect, and it's just kind of part of the story. So here is the little blurb right before the beginning of a book, because I'm about to go on my next adventure. And who knows, it may be the start of a whole new story. I'm excited. So I'll see you all on the road.